Pokemon and Christmas are two of the big commercially successful and marketable things in the world, so why not combine the two? Hey, this is GatorX and happy non-denominational winter holiday. No, Merry Christmas. Because today we're talking about Pokemon and Christmas and how, oddly enough, they're connected. Obviously, it's an interesting thing because Christmas is a very Western holiday. Pokemon is a Japanese franchise. And while Christmas started as a religious holiday, it's become just an overall everyone who wants to celebrate it or who wants to decorate or anything kind of holiday. As you can see, I'm ready. I've got my Pokemon Christmas sweater, which again is really interesting. Just the mere fact that this exists. Again, this is official Pokemon merchandise. The fact that there's Pokemon Christmas merchandise, and it's not just this shirt. As we know, it's everywhere. In stores. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to pick up any of the really cool plushes that Wicked Cool Toys has been putting out, or any of the Pokemon Center ones. The Pokemon Center ones are pretty pricey. Well, they still have them at GameStop, but the point is I didn't get any because I don't have the space at the moment for plushes. But point is, the whole Pokemon Christmas thing started a lot earlier than you would expect. It makes sense now for obviously Pokemon Center merchandise to be around for Christmas events, say in Pokemon Go, especially because Pokemon Go is technically American because it's created and run by Niantic, which is in America. There's the Pokemon Masters Christmas thing going on where you can get Rosa in the nice, Christmas outfit with a Delibird, which I was lucky enough to get, so I'm good for this. I'm good for this year as far as that goes. But again, Pokemon Masters is something Japanese. It's real interesting that Christmas is kind of spread to everybody, and anybody who basically likes the aesthetic can go ahead and do something with it. And I gotta say, I think the aesthetic works out well, the Pokemon Christmas thing. Like I said though, this goes back a lot farther than you might expect. There was the Pokemon Christmas Bash, which I guarantee you is an experience. Jay Witz did a video about this a few years ago, unfortunately before I did. Even though I found out about it like a little before he made his video. The point is, what the Pokemon Christmas Bash is it's the 4Kids voice actors from Pokemon singing Christmas songs. Regular Christmas songs, Pokemonified Christmas songs. You can just look it up on YouTube to listen to it. Like I said, I guarantee you, it is quite an experience. It goes even farther back than that, though. There's the Christmas episode of the anime. In English, I think it's called Holiday Hijinks. But like I said, the interesting thing is, the anime started in Japan, obviously. We ended up getting the dub here, and like I said, we got that crazy title, that crazy pun. But this features Ash and the gang actually interacting with Santa Claus. So that makes things even weirder. That makes things crazy as far as the anime canon goes, which at this point I don't even know what to think of anymore. But then later we get the Pokemon Christmas Bash. Delibird itself as a Pokemon is real interesting because it's very obviously based off of Santa Claus, right? It's a little penguin, he's in red, he's got kind of a beard, he gives gifts, it's real cute. Although, what's not cute is that in Pokemon Sword and Shield, he's one of the few Pokemon that chases you down if you're walking around in the wild area. Fighting type Pokemon, dark type Pokemon, that makes sense. Delibird? I don't even understand it. But of course, interestingly enough, that's kind of the only reference we get to it in the main series games. Like I said, in Pokemon Go, Pokemon Masters, there are Christmas events going on currently and in previous years. So that makes a little more sense because that is 100% like universal. It reaches just about everyone because everyone has a smartphone. But in the main series games, it is kind of interesting that we get no real reference to Christmas despite it kind of obviously existing in the Pokemon universe. I mean, like I said, we got these merchandise. And the Pokemon Center is just full of much more Pokemon Christmas merchandise. But of course, this is something that's not present in the main series games. Obviously, it makes sense for it to appear in the mobile games because mobile games need constant updates, constant events in order to keep them fresh. So obviously, just throw in a few Pikachu with some Santa hats, throw in a new 5-star for this gacha game because that's the point we're at with Pokemon spin-off games. Again, it makes sense for there to be merchandise because merchandise is something that, while you sell it all year round, it's kind of only relevant at certain points in the year. So why not make some Christmas merchandise to sell around Christmas time? Makes perfect sense. In the main series games though, you kind of have a set adventure. In the main series games also, there's no real reference to Halloween, despite that also appearing quite a bit in Pokemon merchandise here and there. So it's just interesting that this is something that exists kind of in the universe of Pokemon, but not necessarily, not in the main series games. In the main series games, the closest we get is Delibird himself as a Pokemon and as a concept and everything. No other Christmas Pokemon. We got Pokemon that could fit into Christmas, but it really is only Delibird, which again, very obviously is based off of Santa Claus. There are some winter-y areas in Pokemon, snow, hail basically, and a bunch of ice-type Pokemon, but that's as far as it gets in the main series games. Like I said, it's really only reserved for anime, merchandise, and now the mobile games. And I'd honestly like to see it extend to more spin-off games if possible, just because it's a cool concept, and like I said, it's all about the aesthetic going on there. Does Christmas exist in the Pokemon universe? Maybe. Because, as we know, the Pokemon universe has so many different canons. It's got the anime canon, like I said, it's got different branches of the anime canon. The video game canon, which again branches off here and there. At this point, the merchandise might as well be its own canon, and I don't even know how that plays into things, how that works out. The TCG is kind of its own canon. I don't think there's been much, there has to be some sort of a Christmas Pokemon TCG thing. And I'm gonna look dumb because I didn't look it up, but if there's something, it'll be up here right now. So then, you got Christmas existing in some canons of the Pokemon universe, and some not. So it's interesting, but I'm gonna say weird also. And like I said, the weirdest thing about Christmas is that it did originally start off as a specific religious holiday. So then, if Christmas exists in some parts of Pokemon, the anime in particular, that just means a whole lot of things for the canon. Was Jesus in the canon of the Pokemon anime? I guess so, if Santa's there. But by association, I suppose you could assume that. But Pokemon Christmas is weird and fun, and that's kind of been it for this little trip down memory lane, I suppose. I thought of tackling this as a theory, but honestly, that's kind of all you can talk about is the anime and the merchandise and the Christmas Bash, which, like I said, it's an experience. You should listen to it if you get a chance. But anyway, if you enjoyed the content, remember to leave a like, subscribe, all that cool stuff. If you've got any Pokemon Christmas memories, any additional things or factoids that I left out, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I would love to see those. Sorry, I tripped on my tongue getting excited for more Pokemon Christmas. Honestly, I really like this shirt, but it's just a shirt. I'd love to get like a full-on sweater for next year. But, you know, I live in SoCal, so t-shirts are just fine. But anyway, like I said, let me know what you think about the whole topic of Pokemon and Christmas, this and that. I think it'd be neat to see it extend to other holidays. Currently, it is only Christmas and Halloween, two of the big, most marketable holidays. We've got the Day with Pikachu stuff for different events or different holidays throughout the year, but that's not as cool as everything else. I mean, can you get that on a shirt? Can you get your Pikachu Christmas shirt where he's holding a snowball? I think not. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like, all that cool stuff. Enable notifications because you can become a member of the Chingling Squad. Ring those jingle bells. I'm sorry, I'm off the rails with this outro. But anyway, all I want to say is Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you and yours and your Pokemon. Anyway, this has been GatorX. Have a nice day.